Hello everyone, my name is Rosika and welcome back to my channel Learn with Rosika. In the previous video, we have seen question number 2 of exercise 3.1 of chapter 3 of NCERT Mathematics class 10 book. In this video, we will be completing question number 3 and all the 5 questions over here. Today, we will see what are consistent pair of lines and inconsistent pair of lines before moving forward to this question. Consistent pair of lines are those pair of lines which have at least one solution. That means if two lines intersect at a point, that is, if they intersect at a point, that means they have a minimum one common solution, unique solution. And if the lines are coincident, that means they have more than one. That means they have more than one solutions or infinitely many solutions. If two lines have common solutions, then those lines are known as consistent pair of lines. And if the lines are parallel, which do not have any relation or which do not have any common solution, those lines are known as inconsistent pair of lines. Let us see now what the question says. On comparing the ratios of A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. We have to check the ratios of these 5 linear equations and check the condition for intersect at a point, parallel lines and coincident lines, and check if these lines are consistent pair of lines or inconsistent pair of lines. Let's start with question number 1. For equation 1, we have 3x plus 2y equals to 5, which is equation 1. Let us take this as equation 1, this as equation 2. Let us take 5 in right hand side, which will give us minus 5 equals to 0. Now here we have a1 equals to 3, b1 equals to 2 and c1 equals to minus 5. Again, for equation 2, we have 2x minus 3y equals to 7. Again, let us rearrange this equation. Minus 7 equals to 0. Here we have a2 equals to 2, b2 equals to minus 3 and c2 equals to minus 7. Here we can see that a1 by a2, which is 3 by 2, and a2 by b2 is minus 2 by 3. Hence, a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. Now we have the conditions over here. If a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, then they intersect at a point. Hence, these lines are consistent pair of lines. Therefore, these lines consistent pair of lines. Let's move to question number 2. Here again, let us say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. For 1, we have 2x minus 3y equals to 8. After rearranging, it will be 2x minus 3y minus 8 equals to 0. Here a1 equals to 2, b1 equals to minus 3 and c1 equals to minus 8. Again, for 2, 4x minus 6y equals to 9. After rearranging, 4x minus 6y minus 9 equals to 0. Here a2 equals to 4, b2 equals to minus 6 and c2 equals to minus 9. As we can see, a1 by a2 is equals to 2 by 4, which is half. b1 by b2 is minus 3 by minus 6, which is again half. c1 by c2 is minus 8 by minus 9, which is 8 by 9. So here we can see that a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 but it is not equals to C1 by C2. A1 by A2, B1 by B2 both are half and half. C1 by C2 is 8 by 9. So for this condition, let us again check. The condition is A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 but not equals to C1 by C2. So in that case, these are parallel lines. Therefore, they are inconsistent pair of lines. Moving to the next question. Here we have the third question. For 1, we have 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y equals 7. After rearranging 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3, y minus 7 equals to 0. Here we have a1 equals to 3 by 2, b1 equals to 5 by 3 and c1 equals to minus 7. Next, for equation 2, 9x minus 10y equals to 14 or 9x minus 10y minus 14 equals to 0. Here we have a2 equals to 9, b2 equals to minus 10 as we can see from the equation, and c2 equals to minus 14. Now here let us check. a1 by a2 is your 3 by 2 a1 divided by 9. So it will be 3 by 2 into 9, which is here 1 by 6. Next we have b1 by b2. Here b1 is 5 by 3 and b2 is minus 10. So we have 5 by minus 3 into 10. It will cancel out. It is minus 1 by 6. Do remember the sign. Do remember the sign. C1 by C2 is equals to minus 7 by minus 14, that is plus half. So here we can see that A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. So we do not have to go to C1 by C2, as we could see over here that A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. Now here we have the conditions. If A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, these lines, what do? They intersect at a point, hence these are consistent pair of lines. Next question. For 1, 5x minus 3y equals to 11. Rearranging it, we will get 5x minus 3y and or here we can see a1 equals to 5, b1 equals to minus 3, c1 equals to b1 equals to minus 3 and c1 is minus 11. For 2, the question is minus 10x plus 6y equals to minus 22, or after rearranging it will be minus 10x plus 6y plus 22 equals to 0. When it moves from RHS to LHS, the sign will change. Here we can see a2 equals to minus 10, b2 equals to 6 and c2 equals to 22. Now let us check. A1 by A2 is equals to 5 by minus 10, which is your minus 1 by 2. B1 by B2 is minus 3 by 6, again minus 1 by 2. C1 by C2 is minus 11 by 22, which is again your minus 1 by 2. Here we can see A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2. So we got this condition. If you want to check, when all the coefficients are equal, they are coincident lines. That is, they coincide with each other. Therefore, these they are consistent pair of equations. Moving to the next question. Here, for equation 1, 4 by 3x plus 2y equals to 8. Let us rearrange. Plus 2y minus 8 equals to 0. Here a1 equals to 4 by 3, b1 equals to 2, and c1 equals to minus 8. For 2, we have 2x plus 3y equals to 12. Let us rearrange. 2x plus 3y minus 12 equals to 0. Here a2 is 2, b2 is 3, and c2 is minus 12. c2 is minus 12. Let us check the ratios. a1 by a2 is equals to 4 by 3. The value of a1 is 4 by 3 and the value of a2 is 2, which will give us 4 by 3 into 2 or 2 by 3. b1 by b2 is, b1 we have 2 and b2 it is 3, so 2 by 3. Here we can see a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2. Next we have c1 by c2, which is minus 8 by 12, minus 12. 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into 3 is 12. So again 2 by 3. So we can see over here that a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. That is, all the values are equal. Here, as we can see, if all the values or all the ratios of coefficients are equals, then the lines are coincident lines. So we can say, therefore, consistent pair of lines. So here we came to an end to this video. We have solved all the questions of question number 3, and in the next video we will be covering question number 4. So till then, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.